So, how are you doing today, sir?
Better.
Sir, it's our second podcast of the day. Sir, I hope you're doing fine and very good. So, sir, today we are going to ask you economical questions about the economy, which will the government or the parliament take to make India a better country this year. So, the first question which I am going to frame, or my team is going to frame, is that what do you think the New Year resolutions will be taken by the Indian parliament or government to improve India economically?
Well, we take resolutions on the individual capacity. So far, the government is concerned, I don't think that there's a resolution to be taken. Every day, the government resolves on some particular issues, and government is resolute to resolve the issues all the time. So it's for the individuals to make the resolutions for the new year, but seldom for the government, because government, after every hour in the country, faces the challenges which have to be fixed on spot, for which the resolutions will not work. They have to be resolved instantly, and things have to be better for the common people.
Thank you, sir, for the first question. So, second question will be asked by one team member of mine, Adi. Adip, uh, please.
How are you, sir? How are you feeling, sir?
Better, thank you.
So,
Aditya is fine.
my question is that what do you think about the yearly budget taken by the parliament to improve economy of India?
Indian economy is booming. That's without any question. Government is doing all its efforts to make sure that the GDP of the country increases with every year, and it keeps in sync with the emerging economies of the world. And no stone is being left unturned to make sure that the GDP of the country is improved upon. And fortunately, we have a country of young people. Almost 65% of the population in the country are young people. So they have got the muscle, they have got the throttle, they have got all energy to make it happen. Otherwise, if the things would have been somewhat the opposite of it, there would have been questions on this, whether we are going to achieve or acquire that particular figure of GDP as it is expected. But given the fact that we have the emerging population, they are coming out from the lower middle class to the upper middle class. The incomes are increasing, and very intelligent people, and we are serving the world all over with our intelligentsia. And I think that, yes, I believe rather that there is not that far when the GDP figures will be met with the same target as it has been set by the previous governments and in the regime of the current government as well.
Yes, sir. So now I'll pass the mic back to Alim. Yeah.
So, Adi has asked a question. So, it's my last question, not the last question of the podcast, but the last question from my side is that what will be the new things, the new buildings, or the new big houses made by the government from the taxpayers' money?
You see, the most important issue which a common man in India has been facing is about the Shauchalaya, toilets. So the government is putting all efforts to make sure that the Shauchalayas or the toilets are uh, constructed for every Indian, and they are not, somewhat urged or compelled to go for the open defecation in the fields. So that thing is almost now set. I don't think any village in the country right now or in the current era faces that problem. Electricity, expansion is also there, almost done. We don't have any village now where the electricity doesn't reach. But apart from all these issues, some new issues are now propping up, and like we have the construction of houses. We have a good number of population who are living in the slums. So for them, we have to work very hard. The government has to get them out of those slums and make their living better by offering them well-built houses, so that our country takes pride in making itself a country of equivalent or parallel to the other emerging economies in the world.
Thank you, sir. All from my side. But now we have the last question from Adi. Adi, please ask your question and the last question of the podcast.
Yes, sir. My last question is that what will be the GDP of India at the end, or this country? What will be the GDP at the end of the year, in your opinion?
My opinion says that GDP is gonna get boomed in the coming years, and we are not far from 5 to 6 trillion dollar economy, and we have set our targets on 7 trillion dollar economy. It will take some time, but we are all optimistic and looking forward to it. And the time is gonna come very soon when, given all things work for us in tandem, in sync. We have other affairs. We have got the political affairs. We have got the socio political affairs. Given that all such affairs work for us and they favor us, we are going to see the reaching of the target in the next 5 to 6 years, where we are going to hit almost $6 trillion economy, and India is going to be one of the newborn developed countries in the world.
Yes, thank. That is all for this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. I always enjoy your podcast, and keep inviting me to your podcast. And God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.